Hi, my name is Mackenzie. I'm going to be talking about the Bill of Rights and what that is, and breaking down the 10 amendments to what that is and what that looks like as well. It includes freedom of speech, it includes a freedom of press, and that all Americans have these rights in America. The First Amendment talks about protection through speech and also of press. You have the freedom of speech and through press. You're allowed to get together a group of people who think like you and protest, and the government is not allowed to show favoritism to a certain religion or even create their own religion. The Second Amendment states that you have the right to bear arms. So you have the right to protect yourself and from others from enemies or from harm that is coming against you or your loved ones. And that those arms cannot be taken away. The Third Amendment allows, this is more so towards homeowners, and that the homeowners don't need to surrender their house to soldiers, and that they're not forced to do so. The Fourth Amendment basically talks about how the property of the home cannot be searched for a non-reasonable reason. It has to be a reasonable reason why their property is being searched, and it just can't be for no reason. The Fifth Amendment is the protection over criminals. So it first goes through the grand jury, and they can't be reliable for the same crime twice. And they also can't have their things taken away from them without just compensation. The Sixth Amendment really just talks about for a quick and public trial for the criminal by impartial jury, and that the witnesses that were there have to testify face to face, and that they can also be presented by a lawyer as well. The Seventh Amendment is just basically talks about accused has the right to have a jury trial, on a federal level. And then the eighth one just basically talks about bail and what unusual punishment is and what bail is, and the rights behind that. The Ninth Amendment just talks about the Constitution, really, and how it does list specific rights other than the Bill of Rights. So the Constitution has other rights not to do with the Bill of Rights. But it's also not limited to other rights as well that we have here in the United States. We have a good amount of rights here in the U.S. The 10th and final amendment talks about the federal government and how the federal government is limited to the authority due to the Constitution. And if the Constitution does not have what the people are looking for, it's up to the state to decide, or it's also up to us, the people, to decide what to do with what we choose to do. Just a little bit of conclusion. So what I found interesting was who it was written by, and the Bill of Rights was written by James Madison, who was one of the presidents of the United States. And then the Bill of Rights didn't officially become the Bill of Rights until December 15th of 1791. Also, just to reiterate, the Bill of Rights is a very important document. It's very important to the United States. It shows us our freedom and what we can have and what we're allowed to do, and what we're allowed to have to represent us if that leads to that case. And it's just the difference between Constitution and the Bill of Rights. They're two different documents, but they go hand in hand with each other, and they're both very important documents, to say the least. And I think what's really important to understand is that we still use the Bill of Rights today, and we still use the Constitution. That's what we're founded upon, that our forefathers agreed on, was the Constitution and also the Bill of Rights. I hope you enjoyed my speech. Thank you very much.